Welcome back to Bloom with Tina and Kelsey. We're so excited to dive into our next episode where we explore the enlightening concepts from Erwin McManus' book, The 7 Frequencies of Communication. Have you ever felt like you and someone just weren't on the same wavelength? It turns out that understanding the different frequencies in communication can help bridge those gaps. In today's episode, we'll break down the 7 unique communication frequencies. What frequency are you? A motivator? Challenger, commander, healer, professor, seer, or maven? We will discuss how they can transform the way you connect with others. Whether you're a motivator who energizes the room or a seer who casts a vision for the future, recognizing your own frequency can lead to deeper relationships and more meaningful conversations. We can't wait to share our personal results after taking the 7 frequency assessment and how they resonate in our own friendship. Plus, we want to hear from you too. Join our conversation on Facebook at Bloom with Tina and Kelsey, and let's explore how these frequencies impact your life and relationships. As always, we'd love for you to stay connected with us. Please click follow on your favorite podcast platform. Leave us a rating and share this episode with all of your friends. Let's bloom together. Hello.
Welcome back to Bloom with Tina and Kelsey.
I am back.
Tina's back.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good to have you back, Tina.
Did you miss me?
I missed you a lot. You know that.
It is though. It's just so good to be back working.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird to say that.
I'm so glad to have you back. And we had talked about today's topic a little bit before you left, and you gave me a homework assignment while you were gone.
Yes, I did. I gave you a book to read. So I went to Brooke Hemingway's Align conference in January, and one of the speakers, his name is Erwin McManus, and he wrote a book called The 7 Frequencies of Communication. And it was so good. I was like, Kelsey, you need to read this and figure out what your top 3 frequencies of communication are.
Right. So the idea behind this is that everybody speaks at a different frequency. And if you're not on the same frequency, like, you're missing each other. Right. You're not really understanding what the other person's laying down because you're speaking and listening at a different frequency.
Right.
So it was super interesting. So full disclosure, I haven't completely finished the book yet, but I'm about halfway through.
Okay. So first of all, Erwin McManus, he has sold over 1 million copies of this book. He's an author and an artist. He spoke in 70 countries on 5 continents in stadiums of up to 100,000 people. He has even spoke and consulted with people from the NFL to the Pentagon. And he spent the last 30 years advising coaches, CEOs, athletes, celebrities, billion-dollar companies, universities, world leaders, yada, 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 about communication and these 7 frequencies. So, he was at the conference, and I just was like, this is going to be one of the first books I read. And it was.
You finished it really quick, too. It's a pretty short book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I should have been able to finish it, but I literally started it like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm only halfway through, but it's a pretty quick read. So if you're looking for something that's a quick read.
Yeah. But it was just so interesting. And after you read the book and learn about these 7 different frequencies of communication, then you can go online and take an assessment, a quiz, and figure out what frequency you are. Yeah. Which was so fun to do.
Yeah. There was a point in the book that it says, if you want to fully understand everything you're reading, stop now and take this quiz. So I did it before I got into that part of the book where it explains the 7 frequencies, so that as I was reading them, I already knew like where I was at.
Okay.
But I also thought it was interesting to point out, like, you have these, he calls the first one your core frequency, and then like your 2, I forget if he had a name for them, but he gives you 3 when you take the quiz.
Yes.
But he also talks about your ability to like get better at speaking and understanding these frequencies. So this is not like a static thing necessarily. You have something that will come very naturally to you, but that doesn't mean you're not able to pull from all these other things and speak on these frequencies and have productive communication with people who come on a different frequency than you.
Your frequency is like your wavelength.
Yeah.
Understanding each other.
Yeah.
So
definitely. Okay, so I want you to tell me what are the 7 frequencies. So as we use these words, maybe people can get a good understanding of what it is we're talking about.
Okay, so the first frequency he talked about was motivator. So the motivator is someone who basically transmits energy and infuses self-belief. They're the people that walk into the room and they get the crowd going.
Yeah, they get everybody excited.
Right.
Story, so there was a story with this one that stuck out to me when they were doing this swimming thing. I think it was like a long distance swim, and somebody was kind of lagging behind. And one of the people went back to that person who was lagging behind. And instead of like grabbing them and helping drag them along or move them faster by like physically helping them, they like swam beside them and encouraged them. And that to me is the perfect depiction of what the motivator is. It's that person who will go right alongside you and be your cheerleader.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They were like, you can do this. You got this. You're built for this. Breathe. And then they got to the shore. So that was cool.
Yeah.
They're the one that encourages people and creates positivity and optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep.
I'm not sure if you know anybody like that.
Do I know anybody like that? Wow, I have a good friend.
We're not going to see the results yet, right?
Right.
Okay. And then the next frequency is a challenger. The challenger frequency transmits courage and awakens calling.
So what I thought was really interesting is that they said a lot of times motivational speakers, who you would assume is a motivator, is actually a challenger. So the difference is the challenger is much more like they see the possibilities inside each person and really push you to be the best version of yourself. But it is from this place of like always pushing. And one of the things that they mentioned was a lot of times this can make a person feel like they're just never good enough. Like that's kind of the negative side of it. But if you know that that's just like this language they're speaking as the challenger, and it's just because they see all of this potential in you.
They crave improvement and they get frustrated that other people don't feel the same need to make things better. They are always they're unsatisfied with the status quo. They're allergic to mediocrity.
Yeah.
But so that's the challenger. The next one is the commander. The commander frequency transmits trust and provides direction. And especially in the time of an emergency or a stressful situation, they're the one that pretty much takes the lead.
Yes. And they talked about how important it is to have this person. A lot of times I feel like if somebody speaks on a commander frequency in certain situations, they'll get this like bad rap because they're always like giving directives. But the book definitely talks about how important it is to have that person that's capable of speaking this frequency in, like you said, emergency situations or war situations, right? Like these high intense situations where you just need to know exactly what to do it without questioning, without overthinking. This isn't group collaboration. This is what you need to do and do it.
Right. They're the authoritarian person. The next frequency is healer. They transmit acceptance and extends wholeness. basically they listen because you see them and help them face their wounds. So
a healer is a very good listener. A lot of their frequency comes from the listening. The professions they typically associate with would be like a counselor or a therapist. There are obviously healers out there nowadays too, if anybody is familiar with like that side of things. Like our Reiki sessions that we just did. Healing service.
The healer transmits empathy. They understand people's pain and struggle.
And they create space for it and hold space for it.
Yeah. So. And then a professor transmits knowledge and competency. So a professor is very much a data-driven person.
Yes. They like their spreadsheets and they like to actually prove the point. The funny story that the book mentioned was somebody giving a presentation about happiness, but as speaking from a professor frequency, and how funny it was to watch this person like give all the data of exactly how to create happiness, but the person didn't appear that happy because it's not like a motivator's like excited and the professor's very data driven, like this is the data, and if you do this thing you will be happy. But like it was, you know.
And the professor is also a person that learns something and loves to spread what they learn to others.
Yeah. Loves to spread knowledge.
Even if that person doesn't want to hear it.
Right.
They're the ones that want to educate others.
Right.
So that's the professor. And then
the seer is the next one.
Yes, seer, as in SEER. So they transmit vision. They're the ones that can look towards the future, and they have a vision, and they cast that vision onto others.
Yes, constantly looking towards the possibilities of the future.
Yep. And the seer, I remember, they don't look back, as in they don't care what they did yesterday or the day before or the weekend before or even 2 weeks before. They're looking towards the future, as in what am I going to do today? What am I doing tomorrow?
So the other thing they even said though is they have trouble sometimes being present. They're always looking just to the future, which I thought was an interesting point as well. I think if that's like a frequency you live on, it would be really hard to like maintain that sense of presence. Sometimes you're too focused on like what's next all the time and not able to actually slow down and appreciate the present potentially.
Interesting. And then the maven is one that transmits a new reality and creates paradigm shifts, as in their primary frequency is the outlier. They're the ones that you look for something for the unexpected, and they're the ones that are pioneering new processes, new ideas. They're having a hard time looking outside the box because
they don't even see the box.
They don't see the box.
Yeah, no, they're like so far out of the box that they don't even see the box. That analogy really hit home. Yeah, it's like, and it also mentioned that a lot of times the maven has trouble communicating at all. Like a lot of times they need somebody else to come in and sort of be their communicator because their brain is so far outside of the box that they don't know how to bring it in for the rest of us to like understand what they're saying or where they're coming from, you know?
Yeah. So it was just so interesting just to read about the different frequencies, and it's pretty cool. In the book they have different themes of each frequency, and they even mention an icon, and they have like what color this person is and
this frequency is.
Yeah. So
yeah, it was a fascinating book with a lot of like thought-provoking pieces. And I think we were not too incredibly surprised to learn that our 3 frequencies were pretty close to the same 3 different order.
And we were talking how these frequencies, no wonder why we get along so well.
Right. That we just like instantly, right? We had coffee together once and decided we were best friends.
Right.
Because we just speak the same language. We speak at the same frequency, that we're on the same wavelength.
Yes.
Even though we don't necessarily agree with everything and we don't have the same experiences and we, so many things are different in our lives, but because we're speaking on that same frequency, it was really interesting to me that like that's the thing. I think that might be the thing that like just helped us like click.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh my gosh, Kelsey needs to read this book. Just like, this is so cool.
And I think that's true with like other people I met too. Like I can pinpoint who, like there's just certain people that you just click with. And I think this is a key factor in that click.
Yeah.
That like you're just speaking on the same wavelength. You're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. Hey there, Bloom listeners. It's Tina Baden here, and I want to take a moment to share something exciting with you. Have you ever found joy in helping others feel their best? Or thought about how great it would be to boost your own health, energy, or even your finances? If that sounds like you, then I've got something special to share with you. Let's talk about Plexus, their amazing range of products. It's designed to support your wellness journey and help you feel fantastic. From gut health, energy boosters, to weight loss, there's truly something for everyone. And here's where it gets really exciting. If you love sharing what you're passionate about, the business opportunity could be just what you're looking for. I can honestly say that Plexus has changed my life for the better, both through health and finances. Yet, it's more than just a business. It's a wonderful community that supports and uplifts each other. If you're curious and you think this might be a good fit for you, why not join me? It could be fun. Message me at Bloom with Tina and Kelsey on Facebook Messenger. Embark on this journey and let's bloom into our best selves together. My top 3 frequencies. The first one is, drumroll, motivator. So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Is Tina a good motivator? I know she is.
So,
Not even a question.
One that transmits energy and infuses self-belief in others. Motivators are positive, encouraging, enthusiastic supporters of the dreams and goals of others.
Yeah.
And I think that, 100%.
100%.
I mean, this is exactly what I am doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what my focus in life pretty much is right now.
Right. And you do it just so naturally. Like it's like that's kind of what this is, right? Like what's that core frequency is the thing that just comes so naturally to you. You don't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
It just is how you move in the world.
Right.
And I can say like I know that I needed that person. When you and I met, that's the person I needed in my life. And then God was like, here you go, Kelsey.
Aww.
Here's Tina. She is that person, and she will be that person for you. And I know I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Well, I definitely, even though I'm a motivator,
yeah.
I also need motivated.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate you.
Aw, thanks, Tina. Okay.
So, and then the next frequency for me is healer. So when you communicate this frequency, you transmit acceptance and extend wholeness to others. Healers are therapeutic, intentional, and capable of speaking into the wounding and brokenness in those around them. So, yeah, I think that's my whole nursing background as a healer, that I want to help people. I want to fix things. I want to, stuff like that too. Don't you think?
Maybe, yeah. I think in terms of that part of it though, like to me, that's kind of the difference between the nurse and the doctor. The nurse is really more like the healer frequency as we're listening to these things.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are there to to make that space for the whole person, the wholeness of the person, and not
and the family. Yes, just
and not just the professor who's like this, and this.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And then my third frequency is a seer, as in I'm looking towards the future. Hey, I just got back on a 2-week vacation. I mean, that's done and over with. I'm not even thinking about that anymore. I'm thinking about I need to get to work. Yes, I'm looking towards the future. I'm looking towards my vision, as in what's ahead, not behind.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Love it. I mean, I took this quiz and this nailed me to a T.
Yeah.
Seriously, my frequencies. So, so yours, Kelsey, were the same, but yet in different order. So
my first one was the healer.
Okay.
Which was not shocking to me at all. I don't know. I found it interesting because I have been asked by a couple people if I've ever considered becoming a healer. And I'm like, this was like what I needed to be like, no, like you're doing it without like making that your career choice. You can be a healer for everybody you come in contact with without it needing to be the career choice. That was like an interesting perspective for me. And then my second one was the motivator.
Okay.
And that one took me back to when I was coaching the majorettes. Like that's when I felt like I was those two things combined felt so true in that capacity that I was working. So I was coaching the high school majorettes I think I was there for 5 or 6 years. I was doing that. And it was actually fascinating because as I did that program grew from 2 or 3 majorettes up to like 7 or 9 is what we ended with. But it was not like the people you expected necessarily, right? I was attracting the people who needed a healer and a motivator in their lives.
Aww.
Like that's just what happened.
Yeah.
And it was powerful for all of us, I think, who were sharing that space together. So we had like a goal and a thing we were doing, and we were creating really cool shows, but then also we were seeing the wholeness of each other, and it was such an eclectic group of people, of girls, and I don't know, that just was really ringing in my mind as I was reading my results on this. And then my last one also was the seer and the visionary. Visionary feels like the same word to me, like that.
Yes.
Feels like more of the word we would use in today. That one rung really true for me, even not just on a personal level, but on the level of the collective. Like, I feel like that's where my heart's been a lot lately, is seeing where we have the potential to go. We're in such a transitionary time right now across the world. Like, ever since COVID, there's so much happening in the world. And I feel like we're at this pivotal point where we can choose what we want to see in the future and create that just by the actions and that we take today. Are you feeling ready for a change? At Apricity Financial Planning, we help women who are stepping into a new season of life and want to make intentional financial choices that support their goals. Whether you're exploring a career shift, navigating a big life transition, or simply looking to align your money with what truly matters to you, we're here to help. At Apricity, we believe financial planning isn't just about numbers. It's about creating the life you envision with clarity and confidence. If you're ready to take the next step toward your future that feels aligned and purposeful, visit apricityfp.com to learn more or reach out directly. Let's chart your path forward together.
I think you are so important in my life because you help me think ahead and help me think of different ideas and innovations and different opportunities that I can do, you know?
Yeah. So I was just on a conference call over the weekend, or a conference that was virtual over the weekend, and they do this thing called Amplify, where they would put you into a small group and you would talk about something you're excited about, and then they would like build you up and help you get even more excited about the thing, right? Like motivators,
Right.
Like that's what it was. But the thing for me was so like, right now, I'm just excited about all the possibilities, and it's probably time that we like pinpoint which of those possibilities we want to take action on, because I didn't have a thing to say, like a one thing to say as they were doing this. I was like, I'm excited about the things, but there's so many things that directions we could go.
Right.
And yeah, so we talked about that. We're going to set aside some time to kind of dive into that together and envision that future, but really pick and choose where that next step lies.
Yeah.
And for us.
And I think all three of these, the motivator, healer, and seer, those fit you to a T also.
Yeah.
And that is why you're so good at being you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, we really connect. It's amazing. And it's fun reading the book because you think of the people in your family and what their frequency is, and it was just so funny, thinking about like my kids, which one they are, and my husband, which one he is. And you really have to sit down, and when you're taking this test, focus and answering the questions.
Yeah, because some of them can be very similar, and yeah, and if you're not actually listening to what the question's asking, yeah, it could tip you one direction or another.
Yeah,
that shows up a little differently.
Yeah, it's a great book to read and just figure out what your frequencies are, and how you can relate better with your marriage even.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we were both trying to guess what our husbands would be.
Yeah.
While we're going through it.
Well, the interesting thing is my husband is an engineer, and he's such a challenger. He's constantly questioning things, and why are they doing it this way? Why aren't they doing it that way? Well, they should do it this way. They could do it this way and it would be better, and all these things, as an engineer brain thinks.
Yeah.
So I was thinking for sure that he is a challenger.
Yeah.
And then
I think Jonathan's probably a motivator. It's probably his top one. And then I would be curious if challenger or commander would come up next. Maybe seer. I don't know. I'm gonna make him take the quiz.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was so good. But the book, again, it's called The 7 Frequencies of Communication by Erwin McManus, and it has the website that you can go to. It's the7frequencies.com to take the 7 frequencies assessment.
Yeah.
So,
and we'll post some of these like clips and things on Facebook and in our Instagram. And when you jump in there, anybody who's read this book or has taken this quiz, I would love to hear like what your frequencies are.
Yeah. Go to Bloom with Tina and Kelsey
on Facebook.
On Facebook. Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Yep.
And let us know.
Yeah, because I'd love for this to be more of a conversation and hear what you guys are finding out about yourselves and how it relates to the people in your life. If you feel like you're on the same frequency, or if you're finding yourself going, oh, that's why I don't understand when he or she is like saying something and I don't quite get it. But
yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, very good. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, guys. And until next week, have a wonderful week.
Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Bloom with Tina and Kelsey. Your support truly means the world to us, and we're so grateful to have you as part of our blossoming community.
We hope you enjoyed this week's conversation and found inspiration in our discussions. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you hear, please consider leaving us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more listeners like you.
Join us next week for another exciting episode filled with insights, laughter, and growth. We can't wait to share it with you.
Keep glowing and see you soon.